What's up, Dub Nation? How are you doing? Here to talk more trade talk. Rich with Let's Go Warriors here for you. And what we're going to do is pull up a back screen for you. Pull up Discord. Still in beta version, but we'll get there. Oh, interesting. Players of interest have emerged for the Suns. I just read this article, actually. It actually doesn't tell us a whole lot. And this browser within Discord is not going to be able to read the article. The article also said Phoenix likes Draymond. I mean, of course, Matt Ishbia, Michigan State alum. He's the owner of the team. Of course, he likes Draymond. But yeah, let's see. Warriors had practice today. On the podium were Steve Kerr, Pajemski, and Quentin Post. We also have so this article isn't very informative, honestly. And I want to get to just, we left it at Phoenix Suns salary cap table last night. But we want to set the intention, first of all. So far, so good. We're a high vibrational community. That's what Muni Long says about J.Cole. And we want to bring joy to the certain Warriors community that we have with this channel, and the Let's Go Warriors community. So I go back 15 years covering the Warriors. And I'd like to say that I know who to listen to and what rumors to take in. I know enough about the salary cap to get by, to really try and understand what's the value for each of the parties involved, and get a good sense of what it's like to interact with the team on a near daily basis, what the culture is. And at first, just to dive right into it, as of last night during the game, Anime types in, there's, Rich Kleiman sat next to Joe Lacob at the game, which actually we have video of. If you look on our channel, I just put this up. Only has 140 views so far, but let me turn the thing down. But see if I can get it to play. This browser a little wonky, so I don't know. Sometimes it plays, sometimes it doesn't. I figure that out one of these days. Hold on. Sure would be nice to play this in the background. Need a new browser is what I need. All right, it refuses to work. There is some nice little footage of KD walking with Draymond off the court. And sorry about that. And then we'll get right into the details of it. So now I forget the Austin Reeves idea, because that's two small potatoes. The Austin Reeves idea is too small potatoes. Now that you're going for KD, if you don't get KD, then I think, I mean, Austin Reeves is hitting a double, you know. If there's not another home run swing for KD, then maybe you go out and try and get Zion, maybe. Let me see if I can find a browser for you. Let's see. Pull up Firefox. YouTube.com. Let's go Warriors. So as of last night, I did not think that KD was possible. But today, I've changed my mind. I really have. So again, to set the backdrop, let's go all the way to KD. Walk around and oh, here he is with Gary Payton Sr. trash talking. Anyways, so last night I didn't think it was possible because it would just be, why would Phoenix do that? Why would Phoenix ship out Kevin Durant? And there's Draymond, little dap, and then they actually walked out together as well. Didn't even say goodbye at that point. And we know that Rich Kleiman sat next to Joe Lacob. And but I had said during the live last night, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. But now that there's a way to get KD to the Warriors, I can see why Lacob would want to sit down and with Kleiman and talk about it. So how do we do this deal? Before I jump into that, before I jump into how this is even possible, because why would Phoenix trade out KD? Let me read the comments and catch up. It looks like, yeah, would you empty the cupboard? Let's do a poll real quick. Steph talked about flinging assets. Would you fling all the assets, empty the cupboard to get KD? Yes, no, or I don't know, maybe abstain. Empty the cupboard. No, what would be the reason not to get KD? KD is, how old is he? 36? Is he 36? Dang. It's 36. Do a little poll. Okay, so let's finish the comments. It's not JK and Draymond, no. What do I think of Marcus Smart? Small potatoes right now. We're worried about bigger fish right now. Let's worry about small potatoes later. Get the big fish one done. Okay, so we're right there. And so let's turn on the screen of the browser. Okay, so the idea now is, and finally we've reached the timestamp where I talk about this stuff. 10-minute mark, the actual value propositions. Number one, Phoenix wants Jimmy. We know that. Oops, I didn't want to do that. One, Phoenix wants Jimmy. Delete that. Dude, it won't do. I can't do enters. It's going to be hard to comment this in. Okay, let me just talk it through then. Phoenix wants Jimmy. Jimmy wants Phoenix. Kendrick Perkins said that Phoenix is ready to pay Jimmy $60 million in his extension. Bradley Beal does not want to be traded. And the last piece is that we want KD. We'll empty the cupboard for him. Most of you are voting, I don't know, for right now. Abstain. And so the trade would be, okay, Miami, you get what you want, which is you get off of Jimmy Butler. There's other stuff that needs to happen as well. They can't just give him away for nothing. Phoenix would get what they want, which is the other point that would make this possible is that you never know if KD is going to sign an extension with you beyond here. But you do know that Jimmy Butler would. What's an extension? 3 years? So you'd have Jimmy for 2 more years than you would have Kevin Durant. So the value proposition that if I'm Lacob, that I make to Phoenix, to Matt Ishbia, is that, look, Bradley Beal isn't going anywhere. He won't get out of his no trade clause. And secondly, KD could possibly leave here. Whereas if you replace that with Jimmy Butler, you've got him set until summer 2028. So we would replace Jimmy Butler with Kevin Durant, or we would replace Kevin Durant with Jimmy Butler on Phoenix. And then just to make it better for you, because we also want KD, you're going to get JK. So instead of Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, you have Jimmy Butler, Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, and JK. Now, their payroll would be through the roof, but he would have the right. He would have the right to have Kuminga, because you're allowed to match the restricted free agents contract and keep your own guy at that point. So that's what I'm thinking, is everybody wins. You got to find a solution where everybody wins. So right now, Phoenix, you are stuck right next to us in the standings, and you can't shake it free. So what's the solution to that? Replace KD with Jimmy Butler, add Jonathan Kuminga to your roster. So when you go, who says no? That's the part where Phoenix goes, oh, okay. Now, granted, that doesn't leave a whole lot for Miami. So that's kind of the hard part in all this. But you get another team involved, and but that's the basis of it, is replacing KD with Jimmy and JK. So who would go to Miami? Well, that you got to figure out, and you send them as many draft picks as they want as you can. It should be nice to get our 2030 pick, or get a 2030 pick that's unprotected and everything, from Phoenix. That would be great, because they have one in 2030. And so the Miami part I haven't figured out yet, but their biggest pain point is Jimmy Butler. and they want to get him off the roster. So I can see why that can make the deal doable. Now, I was given a little bit of a push on this, and that comes from, if I go to our every post here, that comes from our Discord server, which, you know, monitor tweets and everything. And really it was this one. Actually, last night at about 5 o'clock, Chris Mannix of Sports Illustrated, who is probably the only guy at Sports Illustrated that can be trusted anymore, because, you know, that's not the same company anymore. But the Warriors are serious about reuniting with Kevin Durant. But not only that, then today, this morning, Grant Afseth, who is a Dallas Mavs beat writer, says multiple league sources have told me there's an increasing belief that Kevin Durant lands with the Golden State Warriors. Now, Grant Afseth's tweet today. So that gets me thinking. This tweet, it wasn't anime typing in the comments last night that oh yeah, Rich Kleiman sat next to Lacob. It wasn't that. It was actually this. Although kudos to anime, because now I'm back on the I'm on the KD bandwagon. It was this tweet that was like, wait a minute. So why Phoenix? Why, like, there's got to be a value proposition there for Phoenix. What could it be? And it can't just be Jimmy Butler and that's it. Replace Jimmy Butler with Kevin Durant. It can't be that. There's no way. So what could it be? I'm thinking it's probably replace Kevin Durant with Jimmy Butler and Jonathan Kuminga. And then it's a 3-team trade. Now, doing the actual numbers, that's another step. But I think this tweet has enough. And as far as Grant Afseth, I looked him up. He's actually a very good Mavs beat writer. He has his own YouTube channel and everything. And he kind of like does what I used to do with the Warriors, you know, just videotape as much as possible. And he actually has had sources in the past. I looked through his entire timeline, and he hasn't nothing as this big, but this isn't actually that big. He's not really breaking any news. He's just reporting that more than one person gave him the belief that Kevin Durant lands with the Warriors. So that just got me thinking that what could that value proposition be? There's got to be. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it because for me it'd be like Phoenix is kind of stuck with Kevin Durant and happily stuck. Like he's an awesome player. Like the problem is, I think, just the integration of Bradley Beal. But now he's a sixth man. Played very well against us the other night, but then they lost 2 games to Portland. So it's like, I thought it might be working for them after they played us. And then all of a sudden they turn around and drop 2 games to Portland. It's crazy. So, yeah, we don't know. And I think we got to, I wanted to go live on this ASAP because it's already the 4th. Trade deadline's the 6th. Dennis Schroeder can be traded tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. But this also leads me to believe that if we're going to take this big of a home run swing, then why not just take another home run swing? But I don't know. You know, there could be like, if we don't get KD, then maybe you've mustered up the energy to really swing big here. You might as well look into something else like Zion Williamson as a backup to this. Who knows? But yeah, there's like another report out there that, yeah, Shams yesterday is like the Warriors are calling every team about their all-star. So just looking under every rock there. And yeah, I think I would do it. I would do it to get KD because it's a very storybook move, right? KD back to the Warriors, pretty interesting. So forget what I said about LeBron and Austin Reeves before LeBron. Changed my mind. We're going to go with Kevin Durant. I'm all in on the Kevin Durant one. So the last live I did about trade scenarios, well, now this is irrelevant because it's too small fish. Now we're doing home run swings. But let me catch up on comments. So I don't have an exact hypothetical trade. I don't know that I really want to do one because there's so many teams involved. It's hard for me to like sit down and even do a 3-team trade is quite complicated. You'd have to give up pick. Yeah, absolutely you would. Of course. We knew that. We've been talking about that the whole time. So yeah, Miami could get a little desperate. You think we're desperate? Miami's even more desperate than we are. So that's the good news. If you think we're desperate, I think Miami's even more desperate. And we have to thank Jimmy Butler and Pat Riley for their massive egos. We would have to. I mean, it's all hypotheticals, but we would have to thank Bradley Beal for not doing his not giving up his no trade clause. There's a little reinforcement of that in the Athletic article. So he said that nobody's asked me anything about waiving the no trade clause. So that's good news for us, because if Beal isn't going to move, then Phoenix is literally stuck with him. And so he's the piece that you can't move. And so we have to thank Beal for this. And what else? I'm missing something. Yeah, Beal and Jimmy Butler, really. Yeah, finish your career here, get your statue. Warriors say no. That's very care to add why Warriors say no? No, you just want to do your Sith Lord absolutes. That's all you want to do. Do you guys really want LeBron to join your team? We're not talking about LeBron. We already talked about LeBron last time. We're talking about KD. So can we keep JK? I think if we're getting KD, I think you have to let go of the JK attachment. That's just how it works. JK is going to probably get paid, something under 40 million. So he gets an upgrade, but there's guys involved in this trade scenario that's above him. So that's how it goes. Bigger fish in the pond. What else we got? Let's go Niners. I don't love the Niners as much as I love the Warriors. I don't love football as much as I love basketball. But thanks for the thought. What is this come on man thing out of nowhere? No, that's not true. The report said this is the problem with NBA media. The report said Phoenix is interested in Draymond, and of course they are. Matt Ishbia and Draymond are friends. And we're not trading out Draymond either. That's another core thing of this. Steph would never allow Draymond to be traded. Oh, so now I got to read the crazy comments, don't I? Happens every time. Okay, so no, that's not true. Delete. Trade machine. Yeah, good luck. Yeah, trolling is for Twitter. I mean, like if my channel were sitting here going, is he trolling? I just rather have an assumption that people are just going to comment something that actually contributes to the discussion. Can you imagine like the 1930s conference in Belgium with Einstein, Niels Bohr, all those guys, all those physicists, Dirac, and people were trolling. I want this to be more of the place that is not social media, because there's plenty of it already to go to. You can go to Twitter 24/7 and go troll there, right? Trolling on here doesn't like contribute to increased knowledge. We're supposed to share ideas and test ideas, have hypotheticals, theoreticals. I want it to be an erudite discussion between, Greek philosophers and that's very rare these days. There's nowhere to go for that anymore. And that's sad. So, but I understand the need for light humor and joking and this and that. But at the end of the day, I wanted to make sure there's a place we can go to where we can think through things and really think of whether these things can really happen or not. And in the process of doing that, maybe give you guys some hope, because the same reason why I made this video of Austin Reeves might be a good target is the like everybody out there in social media is just doomsday. The sky is falling. The Warriors suck. The front offense is horrible. Our team is terrible. Like all of a sudden they're turning the narrative of a dynasty, of a 4 championship run, of a championship run that actually included 2 other NBA Finals appearances. Like people have allowed these kids on Twitter to change the narrative of this this wonderful ride that we've had into something negative. And I can't sit here and not do anything about that. So if you came here to troll, it's just the one place on the internet where we're trying to increase our knowledge. So this is more of a classroom than it is a bar. Or, you know, I'm sure you're a funny dude in person. I'm sure everybody, you know, can come up with the wittiest jokes here and there, and we'll have good laughs. But at the end of the day, you know, this life that I'm living, I don't watch reality TV shows. I don't go to comedy shows. Those are things I do once in a while. I watch, you know, science channels. I want to know how the universe works. I want to know physics. I want to know quantum physics. I want to know what general relativity is and all of that. Like, I think knowledge is the most incredible thing for us. And so I apply it to the Warriors as well. Anyways, so Wiggins would have to obviously be part of the deal. He's part of the deal in any trade. And the assumption is you're not trading Draymond because Draymond has a similar salary to Wiggins. I mean, I guess you could trade Wiggins and Draymond together, but like Steph would never allow that. So I think we can rule some things out, you know, like when we sit here and talk about hypotheticals, try to like whittle it down to like certain mathematical assumptions. And one mathematical assumption is that Steph would never allow Draymond to be traded away from him because them two working the two-man game together is a thing of beauty. And yeah, that's everlasting. And they've already said they're going to retire as Warriors. So all right, the major concern with going all out for KD is we trade all the now it's championship or bust. Well, you got to take a shot, you know. You can't fear failure. Just give us a shot to get the 6th seed, and once we're in the tournament, I think we're good. You know, that's all you can ask for. Steph said that yesterday in the video that's on our channel. Locker room. Thank you to right here, this one. Thank you to Anthony Slater. Just to get a shot. I think it was in there. If not, I apologize, but actually, I think it's in Logan Murdoch's article. So, yeah. How did you? My major concern with going all out for KD is trade all these assets now. It's championship or bust. Yeah. So, exactly. Yes, it is championship or bust. That's the point. I'm writing notes in the description. Okay. Let's see. Is there a way to trade for KD without Butler? I don't think so. If there is, tell me what it is. Again, I didn't even think KD was possible at all. The fact that there is a disgruntled Butler and Pat Riley out there makes this possible. We got to thank them for it. So I will transfer my timestamps and notes in the description over to the comments later. It's a rainy day here in the Bay. It's also very hot suddenly. Suns will never take Schroeder. I don't know. Do you think Zion will help us win games? Well, I know KD will. And if we don't get KD, then we'll see. But I don't know. Can't think too far ahead on the Zion question yet. I mean, fully healthy, of course he'll help us win games. That is the question on Zion. What else you got? Let's see. Jimmy Butler to the rescue. I know, huh? I hope so. Let's take a screenshot for kicks. Dallas added Caleb Martin. Yeah. KD erased his Phoenix profile. No way, really? Can we get confirmation on that? See, this is why you do the lives. Thank you for contributing. Naeem Brito. Perfect. So I don't know. Did he? Let's confirm this. Easy money sniper. I don't know. You know, let's go look at Discord, because Discord, which is our Let's Go Warriors Discord server, which is like a reflection of the best Twitter accounts. If I go to the raw feed, let's go to what'd you say? Profile. Geez. How would I search for this? Well, first of all, let's just look at the latest tweets out there and see if something went viral. I guess look up Durant, but they might have put it in KD. Hey, Patrick Mahomes. I don't know if that's enough. Oh my gosh. I think it's enough. Ankle sprain. Okay, maybe not. Oh, the Mavericks have dreams of Kevin Durant? Okay. Really? I don't think it was in the article. I read the article. I think that's a misaggregation. Oh, Mavs. I guess Mavs are okay. Maybe then. Hoops Rumors does a good job of aggregating as well. According to Aldridge, have dreams. Okay, so they literally quoted themselves as having dreams. So we went through that. I don't know. You got the KD has his Warrior post up. KD deleted all Suns posts. Wait, do you have? Wait a minute. just let's cover all the bases. I mean, did you have KD's post memorized? Are you sure? I'm just checking. That'd be pretty cool. Like, while we are in the midst of this live, some shit happens. I don't know. Hey, look, Empty the Cupboard has taken the lead on the poll. Anyways, let's see. KD apparently has deleted all Suns posts. Okay, hold up. Let's go to a browser. Everybody go check. How do you know what you had before? That's the thing. How do you guys know these things? Instagram.com/easymoneysniper. I might as well follow all of your comments closely from this point forward. Let's get out of here. So he had more than that? Let's see. He did have a Phoenix post. Huh. Oh, you can archive them? Huh. Oh, wow. Brayan Rojas went ahead and did the trade machine. Okay. That's a lot. That's a lot of work. Let me just scroll down and put your thing on the boop. Okay. Sure, I'll believe you. Just for now, I'm kind of like I'm still processing it as I, but I wanted to rush on here and think this thing through together. Already it's paid dividends. You guys are saying KD has gotten rid of his son's posts. I don't know for sure, but that's what you're saying. And then now Brayan has actually punched in something in a trade machine. I'm still delighted by the prospect of the value proposition of why Phoenix would ever let go of KD. And I think offering them both Jimmy Butler and JK is like, okay, I just made it a no-brainer for you. Give us KD, But then there's the Miami side. So what does Miami get so that they're like, okay, we're happy. We got rid of Jimmy. And so why don't I pose that question? What do you think Miami would get out of this? They get Wiggs. Thank you, Brayan, for doing that. They get Wiggs. Is that enough? Aside from Wiggs and picks, let me rephrase that. Do you think it's not a poll, it's just a general question. Do you think Miami would be happy with Wiggs and picks? We can offer 2. If we're giving JK to Phoenix, maybe we can say, hey, look, Phoenix, you're going to have to get those draft picks from somewhere else because we're going to send 2 of them. If we're sending you JK, you're going to have a 4-headed monster going forward. You're going to have Devin Booker, Jimmy Butler, Bradley Beal, and Jonathan Kuminga. It's going to cost an enormous sum. You're going to break records on that. But you could just pivot to Booker and JK and get rid of, you could do that. But anyways, do you think Miami would be happy with Wiggs and picks? We can offer 2 first-rounders. Like what? I feel like they need something more. But I don't know. I don't know what to do about it. Let's pose that question. Okay. I got to find Brayan Rojas's comment and go like that. And then highlight this one. But overall, I just got to say, I'm blessed for us to be able to utilize this technology of YouTube to connect all of us from all over the world to talk about these things. We got 100 concurrents. Yeah, well, what a great way to spend a rainy afternoon here or early evening here in the Bay Area. But let me catch up on some of your other comments. We got to figure this out. The whole, did he change his splash the like button? Did KD really delete some Phoenix posts? He has his Warriors post up. Looks like it was pruned from all Suns related items. Huh. But how do you know? You'd have to have that memorized. There should be a Wayback Machine on Instagram for NBA players. Yeah, so I don't think Draymond's going anywhere. And will KD play with the Warriors again? I mean, they look like a happy couple dudes. I showed you that, right? They look pretty happy right here. Buddy, buddy. Oops, why did I click on that? I clicked on the wrong one. The behind the scenes one. They look pretty happy, right? Right here. They look pretty happy. So there's that. Let me catch up on some stuff. I remember seeing one or two Phoenix posts. Oh, crazy. He's not playing tonight in OKC, and he has an ankle injury. I have to go with the ankle injury for now. But I think you would only know if you watched the Portland game yesterday, I think it was, or the other night. Who knows? I guess we gotta look at the injury report or look at the historical injury report. We need a Clay replacement, yeah, which is why I thought Austin Reeves would be a good target, but that's small potatoes now compared to pursuing KD. Well, Buddy will also benefit from this. Well, the thing is that it's going to involve a lot of contracts. So I don't know if he's going to survive all of that, but yeah, I mean, theoretically, if KD would help in many, many, many instances. Oh, okay. So here we have someone who would pass on KD. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I get that, but I think it would be like, I mean, just ride off into the sunset. It's kind of like Father Time is undefeated. So also, we have discussed on this live stream the last time I talked about it. I think it was on the Austin Reeves idea, was that the goal is one more title until Steph retires. Right? We even did a poll on that. So if the goal is to get one more title before Steph retires, then why wouldn't you just go ahead and get KD right now? And yeah, see what you can do with that. I think KD is a guy that you do go after with all of the assets, even though he is 36. It's kind of a storybook ending to it. Miami is going to want some picks for sure. Yeah, we can offer two of them, and Phoenix has got some. Phoenix was going to use those three on Jimmy, so there's that. The three that they recently got. So there's a way to think about it on that. Miami would get Wiggins. Yep. Giving up JK and Wiggs is what? I think you'd have to. There's no way around that. And I love JK. I still wanted to do. I better do the scouting report on his last 2 games. I better do that tonight. He might not be a Warrior by the 6th, which is crazy. It's crazy. As I say that, my keychain broke. And my keychain straight up broke. What else you got for me? Buddy leaving most likely. Well, let's see. Brayan Rojas doesn't have Buddy in that deal. I figure Kyle Anderson would probably, Kyle or Buddy, one or the other would probably have to go, just salary wise. Actually, do you have a link? Scenario, trading machine scenario. The Phoenix is coveting Draymond could be just because they covet Draymond, so who cares? But anyways. If we can't find the right move, should they not make a move and wait for free agency? Well, we're not a free agency type team. In fact, there's only 2 teams that can technically get free agents, which is the Nets and the Wizards, I think. Either the Nets and the Wizards or the Nets and the Pistons. I forget, but it's like 3 or fewer teams, with plenty of cap space. So you need cap space. So we'll never have cap space. And, Clay got to the Mavs via sign-in trade. So there are sign-in trades that you can do to kind of circumvent free agency. So but we'll see. Like I said, my small idea was Austin Reeves, but I don't want Jimmy. Yeah, well, the Warriors aren't getting Jimmy. Well, they're already over the luxury tax. So the rebuttal to that is Ishbia is a billionaire and deep in the tax, and who cares? As long as it's legal for him to spend money, which if they get JK, it would be legal for them to spend. That seems to be his. So we got to thank Matt Ishbia as well. We got to thank Jimmy, got to thank Pat Riley, got to thank Beal and Matt Ishbia for being the crazy billionaire that has this business model for a basketball team, which is spend as long as you can get away with it. My fear is we will lose Wiggins. I disagree. I mean, Wiggins and Draymond. I'm a JK fan as well. I don't understand this one. What does that mean, though? Can we get Poole back? I don't think so. I've looked at it. It's tough because kind of the numbers just don't add up. Let's take a look. Well, need some more intel on this. Can I look at this story? No, I'm not logged in over here. Oh, well. Here's Washington. $30 million is kind of a weird number unless they want, Wiggins. It's like, here's the thing. Whenever you're a buyer, you usually have to give up picks. If you give up a pick, then later you don't have that pick for that home run swing. So that's why you don't get Jordan Poole. He just not quite of the right tier of asset. And he's making too much. We already tried it. We took a swing with actually Draymond took the swing. So the Draymond punch really changed everything on that. Oh, well, it's in the past. I think not all the blame is on Draymond either. Basketball egos get in the way. Jordan Poole didn't even want to talk to him all the time. We saw that little video clip of walked away from Draymond while going back to the huddle. So what are you going to do? So that I think that's just, let it go, move on. We can't get Poole back. It just doesn't make sense because if you want to go get Poole, then you have to, then you're a buyer. And yeah. Plus, if you're trading out Wiggins for Poole, then you're going to lose a lot of defense. So logically, it's tough to think about that as happening as well. What happens with our defense? Okay, so number one, we're not losing Dray. Number two, I think KD plays pretty good defense. So that would be my answer to that. Who's going to guard full court? Well, they got to guard us too. Yeah, I don't know about all the multiple team trades. I just don't want to do that work because I don't get paid enough for it. If we had 690 concurrents instead of 69 concurrents, then I could go fire up the trade machine and do some spreadsheet work. But I just wanted to get, again, the basic value proposition of why Phoenix would ever think about trading out KD. It is to replace KD with Jimmy Butler and Jonathan Kuminga to make it worthwhile for you to deal with us. Now, still don't know if KD has deleted actually his Phoenix stuff. I mean, do we know for sure or no? Need someone on Twitter to tell me. There's also a thing where the Kevin Durant's odds of going to the Warriors on one of the Vegas lines has been taken down. So that's kind of interesting. But speculation at this point. And what else? I guess I can search on Twitter. Klay Thompson is currently playing for the Mavs somewhere, wherever they are right now. Philadelphia, I think. Okay, time to check this. Well, Marc Stein. Okay, so now that someone credible has tweeted the following, let's switch over to breaking news to Discord. Let's go to the raw feed. Durant in raw feed should have, let's redo this. Where's Marc Stein? Oh, man. Well, here's a new one. Suns have listed Kevin Durant as doubtful for tomorrow night. It's not tonight, it's tomorrow night. There's an increasing belief among rival execs that if Phoenix can't land Jimmy Butler, the Suns will engage on a Durant deal. So that part, I'd be shocked if he hadn't put that 2 and 2 together. Like, no, they want to deal Durant to get Jimmy. Whatever. Where's the Marc Stein tweet? How am I not finding this? The Stein line. Here it is. Suns have downgraded Kevin Durant to doubtful for Wednesday's game as trade speculation continues to swirl. That one to me is a bigger tweet than the previous one. So he is, now you can blame, if tying his left ankle sprain to the possibility of him being traded, if that's conflation, then it's not our fault. It's Marc Stein's fault. Let's go back to the actual raw feed here. See what's brewing on the timeline. I should really go work on this Discord server the moment I get off this live. Oh, I just clicked this, jump to present, my fault. So let's look at Twitter and Eric G just hit me up in the DMs. Did Dean ever get back to me? Dean Chambers said he had to go to an early dinner, and I was like, well, I'm going live at 4 o'clock for the people in the Philippines and Hong Kong and India, and he didn't get back to me. Okay, we're searching KD Instagram. There's so many combinations. Oh, there it is. Okay. Kevin Durant has, okay, so this dude, if you go search on Twitter, search on KD Instagram. Let's put the, okay. Okay, hold on. Only pics of left on KD's IG of him hooping. Huh. Happened an hour ago, so you guys are right on point on that. Let's look at the replies on Suns uniform tracker. But somebody said he has never had any Suns stuff on there. So, and he's not really on IG. So, I don't know about that. Let's go look at the replies on the dude who posted that. This is why Twitter is always kind of, you know, you're entering zombie hell, so you never know. Oh, the replies. He doesn't even use Instagram. The guy that posted it on Twitter. This is not good. So I think we need to dispel that one. He says, I'm not buying into the rumors, and yet here's another needy kid on Twitter that needs to get clicks. So I think we need to dispel that rumor of KD deleting his son's posts on IG, because it doesn't, there's no definitive proof that he had son's posts on IG. So I am officially killing that one. I'm myth busting that one. Go search on Twitter for KD Instagram. I will let go of my KD hate. Why did you have it in the first place? What? Okay, anyways, let's go back to the timeline. I'm just going to finish up reading your comments and we'll go from there. They don't plan to re-sign. Huh? Trade scenario link. Oh, wait, you might not be able to put links in the, or just email it to me, Brian. So I have one. Email me the link to your trade machine scenarios, just so I have them. Rich at letsgowarriors.com. Yeah, would sure. Getting KD back outside of wins and losses would certainly make it way more interesting and make this season epic, even regardless of wins and losses. I might even have to get a credential for that again. Are there any other people concerned with Kevin Durant's defense? Just convince me. Bring it. Like, I think we're not here to do a pissing contest. I want you to convince me otherwise, and that's not enough. What you're saying. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. It is a minor concern, but it's not big enough for me not to do the deal. So I'll give you that. I'll give you that. I would indeed be on the hunt for a defensive specialist. So appreciate your concern. Perhaps of, Vetman type guy. What's Matisse Thybulle making out there in Portland? 11 million? That's too much. We need somebody who just defensive specialist. I mean, we kind of got Gary Payton, so maybe then you want to keep Gary. So any other concerns about KD? So I'll give you that. You made me think about, maybe holding on to GP2. Or maybe Kyle can step up. Can Kyle? Yeah, let's do that. Let's end this poll. For defense, can Kyle be a starter? For defense, in a KD world without Wiggins, who guards Luka, Shea, etc.? Gary, Kyle. Who else is left on our team? We're gonna need a point of attack guy, a defender. After all is said and done, who's left in our team? I guess Dennis. I don't know. It's too small. Dennis will not get any votes on this one. Moody. Let's just put Moody. But he's not that great point of attack. We already know this. Just say somebody else. Write in comments. And then the last one is, who cares? Who cares? We got KD. Just for fun before we get out of here. Trade doesn't work. What are your thoughts on Zion? Yeah, I think I'm at the point where I'm gonna go get those bigger poker chips. Yeah, so I would go ahead and go get bigger poker chips and wheel and deal them as needed every February. Every February you're doing this. Every February you are calling every All-Star and their GM. Lacob is sitting next to every All-Star's agent every game. It's just the new NBA. That's what we do. It's crazy, but that's what we do. It's the new NBA. So I do think, like, you replace oops, I'm trying to show you on this browser and I don't have the browser up. Sorry. Here's Golden State. What we're doing is we're gonna trade Wiggins and a whole bunch of these smaller contracts to get a bigger contract and a whole bunch of even smaller contracts, and just build the rest of the team through the draft, I think. We'll do a poll on that too. Build the remaining roster through the draft to surround the big poker chips. So you have like a Steph, Zion, Draymond, and then all the Steph, KD, Draymond, and then all these like mix and match with some veterans and some rookies. And I've even we might lose Podziemski in all of this in getting KD. Oh well, I think I would empty the cupboard. I think it's an epic challenge. And honestly, you know what else I want to say? I think Steve Kerr has done a pretty damn good job of coaching what's left over. The only problem is coaching a bunch of rotational players. Remember, Jonathan has been injured. Has been just mediocre, and yet we can beat OKC. We can rise up, and we did beat Phoenix without Devin Booker that one time. It's just like, I think he's done a pretty good job. Like, just the movement and just the inserting Guy Santos to get offensive rebounds here and there. Quinton Post is huge in all of this. So I think Steve Kerr has actually done a good job with this, lesser roster without Melton and Kuminga. In other words, with a big poker chip and then young guys to surround them. It has to be young guys because they're cheaper. I think he can do it. Role players have been flourishing, but they do have a ceiling. The role players have been flourishing, but they're limited. Like, they're not going to give you a bucket when you need a bucket. And Steph's on the bench. Even when Steph is in the game, it's hard. But certain guys will step up to do certain little really defined role player things, whether it's Guy Santos getting a tip to a teammate, whether it's Brandon Pajemski diving for the ball, or it's not necessarily that bad. So I think Steve has proven he can get rotational players to be complementary. We just don't have that other weapon. I mean, JK is one of them, but injured, obviously. Are we talking trying to win this season? Yeah, with KD, yeah. Oh boy, did the comments devolve? I'm not sure. I'm catching up now. Let's see. I would love to get Melton next year too. Yeah. Moody can be the Clay replacement. We'll see. We'll see. Go get Vooch. I would get Vooch only for his contract. I don't even care how he plays. Let's just get bigger contracts so that we can trade them later. But if we're getting KD or Zion, which I feel like we're swinging for the fences here, then yeah, but I could be wrong. Maybe they swing for KD and that's it. I don't know. We'll see. It is reported where yeah, that's another thing. We wouldn't I forgot to mention that actually. He doesn't need to learn the system. Like, zero learning curve. Totally agree with that. That's another reason to go get him. And I think that's another reason why they decided to put all their efforts in trying to get KD, according to reports. Daniel Barry made it. Oh, because he look. I don't think you can blame an AAU guy for going to team up with his buddies the moment the opportunity happened. So what happened there was I think in 2019 you you let the Twitter fingers people feed you the Kool-Aid. Shouldn't have let them do that to you. All right, finishing up the notes. And that's the thing, right? If we get KD back, I will let go of my KD hate. I'd almost have more respect for you if you didn't let go of your KD hate, but you keep flip-flopping, which means you're telling me you're a victim of the Twitter Kool-Aid then, because that's where emotions go like this. you gotta just stop using that app. Okay, I'll take responsibility. I've got to get our Discord server up and running sooner than later so that you won't have the dependency on Twitter. So it's my fault. I'll take care of it. Hopefully I can start doing that tonight, actually. Do you understand what I mean by that? Is I would actually have more respect for you if you didn't let go of the KD hate, even though I don't. That's the basketball ego side of me talking. I don't want you to have any hate. You shouldn't ever have hate. That's the number one thing we're trying to teach here on Let's Go Warriors. But it's just an interesting thing. I'm just kind of having fun with that. Anyways, it's more a commentary on, well, the NBA, I always say, is like, it's Roman gladiators. It's the modern day gladiator, without any blood spilling. Thank goodness, people dying and stuff. Although sometimes the stress that it creates can lead to people being stressed out, which ultimately leads to disease and stuff and bad feelings and just tough health situations caused by the mental. We all know that it's possible. Epigenetics tells us that the environment signals the tissue. So the environment affects the cell. So if your environment is filled with hate, if your environment is like that, be careful. Be careful of that. I'd rather you have your environment be filled with gratitude for this team. Yikes. What's going on in the comments here? You can't just spam us, man. Here, I'll delete it rather than just doing the timeout thing. But it's kind of... Okay. Any last thing? Dray and Wiggins are probable tomorrow. If they weren't, then that would be the lead news of the day, wouldn't it? Let's jump to the present on the Discord. If there's anything going on here. But I love how the guy on Twitter was like, breaking news, KD has deleted all his IG posts. And then people in the replies were like, but he never was on IG that much and he didn't have Phoenix posts. So what are you doing? And then he replies to that going, oh yeah, I'm not on IG much. Okay. That's the behavior you get on there. You cannot rely on Twitter for your news. Now, we do here, but it's all filtered with actual journalists. So you're never going to get all the crap that comes with it. Yeah, the Warriors discussed, yeah. I don't know that it was like, I guess I must have missed that paragraph. But yeah, that's exactly what we're talking about here. Joe Lacob might have to lower his sights. What does that mean? If you're Joe Lacob and you read that, that's what happens when you get the interns writing your headlines. That's just not a smart headline. Might have to. You might have to not be who you are. Huh? Joe Lacob might have to be somebody else instead of Joe Lacob. Growing belief. Here's an update from Marc Stein. Sources say nothing has changed with Houston. The Rockets repeatedly this season want to give their young team a playoff shot. There has been no signals yet to suggest a possible audible on that. So he doesn't think it's Houston. I need to update that into our every post. Well, I think that's it. Any parting words? Oh, I want to do one more poll. I guess Gary is adequate. So we got to keep Gary. Dude. Dude, what is wrong with you? Oh, man. Somebody in the comments wants attention. Attention seeker. Breaking news. Attention seeker. Raids. Let's Go Warriors channel. There it is with Arbel, as always. Trustworthy when it comes to keeping a pulse on Anthony Slater. And we also got that from Hollywood. Hope you can join us tomorrow on the oh, nice profile pic. Hope you can join us tomorrow on the live for who are we playing? Utah? Golden State at Utah. What time? Utah times are always weird. 6 o'clock p.m. Golden State, Utah. It was not Kool-Aid, it was Flavor Aid. I gotta look that up. What is Flavor Aid? Flavor Aid. Oh, wait a minute. Flavored is non-carbonated drink. Is it the same as Kool-Aid? What's the difference? I don't know. Worse than Kool-Aid, I guess, is what you're saying. Okay, anything else that I need to do before we get out of here? Let's see. Let's do one more poll. What was I going to do? So we can't give up Gary in all of this. We got to keep Gary. Kyle's not good enough. I forget. We'll do a poll tomorrow during the live. All right. Thanks everybody for joining. I just wanted to get my thoughts out there, but apparently now it's now it's been officially reported. Jimmy Butler has been discussing a 3-team trade. Okay, sure. That's kind of the conclusion that I came to before we went live today. So with that, we'll go with the outro, which is just us. Video file. Search on Cholo, Brate, Cholo.
Today he came back. He came here today talking about how he got a new blicky.
For the uninformed, what's a blicky?
You don't know about no blicky, man. You had a blicky? You told me you had a blicky growing up.
Yeah.
You was a shooter.
A strap.
Yeah, that's a blicky.
And Brate. See you tomorrow. See you in 24 hours.